Hi, everybody. This is your girl, Lisa Baxter. And man, I cannot believe I have COVID for the second time. Now, the first time I got COVID, um, you know the story already, but it was before I got a shot, is where I'm aiming at the talk. I mean, it was before my shot. And so now, after I got two shots, in November, my first and second shot, you can't get the booster or anything, and I was a little nervous about that anyway. But I want to do the right thing or do the right good thing for Hannah or my body or the people around me, even though I live by myself now. But I came to say at least I could say it wasn't that bad as it was the first time. I mean, I get a little winded. I had the sore throat, the runny nose, things like that. I never want to get up. I wanted to sleep all the time, lay down all the time, stuff like that. But what really got on my nerves is that I just couldn't believe I got it again. But when my family member called me, my nephew called me and said he had it. And I'm like, what? And I felt bad for him because he went all of this time without it. And he has the shots too. But, we all was contemplating the shot thing and we got it and all of that. So, but I heard you could get it a second time. And my cousin said she had got it a second time. I don't know if she had the shots then or whatever, but she had it twice. And she had got it from her mother who passed away from it. So, who went to the hospital for help for one thing and ended up passing away. So, Shondo. But I was very disappointed. I told my supervisor and I cried like a baby when I told him. I was just like in shock, a little numb. But I said, Lisa, listen, you're gonna have to man up or woman up rather, and let's deal with this. So I got my orange juice and my what is it, tangerine juice. They have a nice mixture of that. I got my Tylenol stuff because I kept having headaches and things like that. Throat was really sore. I was gargling with salt water. I got mouthwash and stuff like that in there. I had some cough pills from before when I had a cold. The reason why I thought I was sick because it was my birthday, January 15th. So it was the coldest day, always the coldest day of the year. All of my life, every birthday party I had, everybody had to be bundled up on my birthday. So the next day on the 16th, I went to church. I had the hat with me, but I didn't put the hat on. I wanted to be cute, take a picture, and then put it and mess the whole little bit of hair up, as the hat dry your little hair out, look like no moisture. So I didn't want to look like that. But I paid for it. And I always used to pay for it when I was little. No socks, cold or cough or what have you. But I'm just saying that I was just shocked I got it. I learned when people do give it to you or think they gave it to you or was around somebody that could have given it to you. Because I had another person that I was dealing with and working with, and they family had it, their children had it, and they didn't have it. So I didn't understand all of that. But I wasn't putting any blame on anybody this time. The last time the person actually told me, and the story. So this time it just was shocking. So I didn't have to use the breathing thing. I didn't have to use the thing to check my oxygen and everything. I couldn't find that anywhere, somewhere in the house. But I moved. Now it was 2 months ago that I moved, and I've been unpacking, but it's been slow since I got sick. And then I've been here in the house for I don't know about 15 days. I finally went out today. I had to, they said I could go out a couple of days ago, but I didn't go anywhere but to empty garbage. Since you quarantine, I didn't even go outside for not one thing. I didn't even go in the hallway of my building or anything like that. I just would hurt me or to hurt somebody else to get past this on, whether to kill them or not. I wouldn't want anybody to get it, even though I don't have no enemies. I don't think maybe I do, but I wouldn't want the enemy to get my enemy to get it. But I said all of that because I like to be truthful. I like to be upfront and open. And if this, God forbid, this happened to you, I want you to be prepared and ready for it. I mean, I spoke to the doctors. I called my Dr. John. I love my Dr. John. He's a nephrologist and my primary. He's been on my show. And I called Mount Sinai Hospital and I told them, you know what I mean? So they cut down my anti-rejection medication. Before they took one of the pills, they took totally away. You know what I mean? So this time they told me to break it in half. The pill fit was 500 milligrams for one. So they wanted me to take half of that, and like that. But I used to take one like that. So so you can get better. So before I wasn't getting better, I needed an antibiotic, and me and antibiotics don't get along. I almost died before when I had some antibiotics and stuff in the past. So they be very careful when they give me an antibiotic. So I try to sleep and I tried to rest. I tried to relax. I tried to drink lots of tea and hot stuff and lemon water and they say you have ginger, have lemon water, all kind of stuff. So excuse me, I tried all of those remedies. They don't have no real medicine and stuff like that. I didn't have to go to the hospital about Hannah this time. Last time I had to go and get my blood and stuff infused and everything. They didn't talk like that or say that this time. And the symptoms just was not the same. But you know, so I'm going through it pretty good. I mean, my throat is a lot clearer. It was really more raspier than before. And then I still got the cough, but the more phlegm was coming up and things like that. So I'm drinking my water, my teas, my juices, and I got plenty of fruit. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys that the Department of Health will contact you when you get this, and they want to know who you got it from, or who you think you got it from, or who you thought you was around, and who you might have gave it to, or you want to warn them or tell them or something like that, especially if you have it. So they sent me some masks and stuff like that. When they said they wanted whatever they was offering, I was taking. They gave me some gel, and let me see, they gave me a kit to test myself, and they gave me a thermometer. I have my electric thermometer too, around here also. You know what I mean? And I want to give you guys some numbers and stuff like that too, because there are a lot of programs out here will send you hot food, send you groceries. When I lived in Long Island, this place called me, sent Pampers and all kind of stuff because I was living at my sister's house and her grandson was young. So I said, oh yeah. They said, baby, yeah. And they sent me Pampers and fresh fruit and vegetables and everything that the whole family we could eat off. You know what I mean? Me, my sister, her son, her son's son and his girlfriend. You know what I mean? So we were able to do that. But this time with me living alone and by myself too, if you are excuse me, still in there somewhere. SHONDO Koroboshia. If you got if you alone, if you elderly, you got what do you call it, a disability, or you have COVID. These people don't charge you anything to bring you this hot food, and they bring you enough meals. I should have brought some meals over for you to see. Actually, one of them I need to eat now. I haven't ate yet, and it's almost 10 o'clock at night. That's another thing. You don't hardly have any appetite. I can go all day without eating. When you start doing things, you might get a little tired, a little more dizzier than normal or usual, especially, with this type of thing going on. You know, but I used to get dizzy and weak anytime I miss a meal or didn't eat on time, even though I like to fast. One of them places is called Prepared Meals. Now, you can call 311 if you live in New York, and they also give you all of this information. They even have you talk to a doctor, a hotline doctor. If you didn't have a doctor, if you're so scared and nervous and you just needed to talk to a doctor, they give you the hotline for the doctor or the nurse, the practitioner, somebody for you to talk to answer any COVID type of question, whether it's about the vaccine, whether it's about your symptoms or your non-symptoms, tests, and all, and so on and so on. But the prepared food is really good food. I have a soup. They sent me soup. They sent me two sandwiches. They sent me what is that? A meatball. That's the one I'm eating tonight. It's a one Italian meal, and then the other thing was all kind of stuff in there. So all the meals, you could heat it in the oven. You can microwave it. They send a little thing for you to just put it in there. But for the oven, you'd have to change that. But for the microwave, you could just put it in there, and you could even keep the little thing they put it in if you wanted to. But their phone number is 212-268-4319. That's 212-268-4319. I had to cancel some doctor's appointments because of this. I'm still messing with the gums and stuff. And then, I also wanted to do my GYN appointment because when you have a transplant, they always want to make sure you're good everywhere, all over, there too. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be good for these things. So you want to follow suit. You know what I mean? But I thought I just had a cold, but they wasn't going to give you another appointment till they know what your test was, So last week, Thursday, I went for my test at the walk-in clinic in Brooklyn on 400 Rockaway Avenue. Matter of fact, my nephew's a doctor. I got doctors and nurses all in my family, all kind of professions. So I went and I had it there. And the next day on Friday, they email you the results, like that. Email you the results. You can call in for the results, or you could go through a private thing, like that doctor stuff where they have the app and all of that stuff. I had a hard time with that. I didn't feel like I wanted to know right then and there. But as I was on the Zoom, then his Department of Health called me while I'm on a Zoom. I never wait a minute. Now, Department of Health calling me? That means something wrong or I'm sick. And I didn't want to jump to conclusions, but it kept bothering me, in my soul, in my spirit, in my heart. I was disappointed. I didn't want to hear it. I wanted to be completely COVID free forever. I didn't want to ever see that again. I don't know. I might have to go out in a spacesuit now because I am very serious now. I was always serious, but I don't know what is, when you go in the restaurants, you won't pull your mask down to eat unless you can't eat like that. But I kept having it still around my ears and, chew a little and sometimes put it up. And then sometimes, you just keep on eating. So I don't know exactly where or how or why, but it was my birthday. I did go out. I did see family and stuff like that. But we were masked and had masks, but, we ate cake and all of that. Maybe we took it. I don't know. And I can't even call it because I'm with people all the time. Sometimes a little bit of people, not a lot. And even at the office now, even though it's 8 of us and there's no ventilation, we were working once a week and we would work by ourselves just to be safe with the other, family of the, of the, while we would call it one big family. So we were trying to be safe with each other and our own families. So we would be there and do it like that. And that was a good thing. One of the nurses came up with that. You know what I mean? So that's fantabulous, that we care enough about each other, because we didn't mind. It wasn't a lot of us, and we kind of spread it out, but then some of us share office. So, you try to be safe all around, You try to be safe through the whole thing, whatever you can do or however you can do it. You know what I'm saying? So, Shondo, It is what it is, and you just got to do what you got to do. So I'm working from home because if I was totally incapacitated, I just would just say, listen, sick days or whatever. But I believe in here with COVID and stuff, it's not your fault. So a lot of times you don't have to take time because it was something that happened to you that wasn't your fault. So your time shouldn't be taken. That's what I heard. You know what I mean? And stuff like that, So last year, around the same time I had COVID. You know what I mean? So that was like February, March last year. And, so Shondo, I still say Shondo, I got to say it. But the other place is called Invisible Hands. Now, Invisible Hands, they, like, say you wanted something from the corner store or somewhere in the area or the neighborhood, they'll pick up your cleaning stuff, go pick your medicine up. You could pay for it ahead of time and send them to go get it. Or if you want to trust them, you can give them money, or whichever way you want to do it, they do it for you. So you stuck in the house, you can't go anywhere. So they will go get anything and everything that you needed and wanted. I think within 10 blocks, each way. But they don't want to go too far because sometimes you don't want to drive. And sometimes they are volunteers that don't have cars. So they will walk and get whatever you need or want. And some of them are the ones that's bringing the food for you. So that's it. Their phone number for that is 732. I wrote on cardboard. You see this? And the thing kept going like that. 732-639-1579. That's 732-639-1579. I was gonna come on when I first got it, and I was just so disgusted and everything. I didn't feel like doing it, so I said I was gonna come on and come clean and talk about it and stuff like that. I told a few people about it, and I wasn't even being secretive. I just was being quiet. Sometimes you gotta be quiet, or sometimes you gotta shut up. I don't mind being a guinea pig or the example or something like that. And it's not even about that. Ain't about ratings or nothing like that. I just want you to learn from what I deal with or am dealing with. I have lost some weight when we were fasting, and I lost some weight with the having COVID a second time. So I want you to know I love you guys. Keep praying for me. I'm praying for you. And no devil in hell is going to kill me. I'm alive and kicking. I'm getting my rest. I'm relaxing, hoping to publish some books that I have not published yet. Hoping to unpack all of my stuff. I'm really looking forward to that. So I don't see another box, another bag, another bin. You know what I mean? So I'm putting a dent in it, but the dent ain't big enough. And that's all the time when you come home from work and you don't want to do nothing. So that day went by. And then sometimes you'll spend a whole day doing a whole lot. So you're too tired the next day to do anything. So, it's a push and pull kind of thing. Not that I'm trying to impress anybody, anything like that, but there are a lot of good things I have that I know people can need. Anybody that need any extra clothes or anything like that, or I got cassette tapes. I don't know if people still deal with that. I got radios, all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Even extra shoes and boots and things like that, different sizes. So it's all for the taking. So I will be calling, the veterans, and I'll be calling the Salvation Army, and I'll be calling some of the churches, and I'll be even calling anybody, even some of the shelters, because sometimes I worked in 5 shelters. You could sometimes drop stuff off, but I don't care who get it. But sometimes people take the stuff and the homeless never get it. But I hope that's not the case anymore, because we're talking about 30 years ago. So I hope they're not still at them shenanigans. It's one thing, but, mm, you know what I mean? So you just want to be a blessing for whoever need it. You don't have to be homeless to need this or want this or like it or desire it. You might have somebody that's older and doesn't like technology stuff and don't mind doing old school things. Hey, they can have that. You know, I collect water bottles. A lot of them I have never drank out of them. I just had so many water bottles and things for coffees and teas and your hot soup. I didn't know I had so much stuff, and cups and glasses. I'm like, oh my God. Because every time I traveled, I used to get a cup. And people know I like to drink tea. I like coffee, stuff like that, hot chocolate. They will get me a cup or a cup that covers. So I love cups. So I didn't know I had that many. Times I looked over there and it lined all the way across. Oh my goodness. You know, and you be just saying, oh, I just got to keep this one. But then you end up keeping everything. And I can't do that. And I'm making sure I don't, because I don't need everything that I have there. It's just one mouth. And if I get a visitor, I'm trying to keep things at 8. No more than 8. So if it's a 20-piece set or box, I'm not keeping it. But I said all that extra stuff, not needed, that's just extra. Because I see I didn't use that much time. So I just want a little more. And I love to share with you guys. I love to be open. I love to tell the truth and stuff like that. But I pray for anybody out there that have COVID. I pray for anybody out there have on a respirator, or anybody that lost a loved one to this disease, and anybody that's going stir crazy inside the house dealing with this thing. I pray for you. I reach out to you. And listen, please take advantage of all those workshops that I'm giving, because sometimes you're trapped in the house and you need one of those workshops. And the nutrition one gives out certificates, and you got banking ones and saving money ones, and things about accessoride, and things about living alone or getting resources in your neighborhood. So many different workshops, and you can even request workshops. I don't have, because I have like 3 programs that I work with that would do multiple workshops, 25 different types. And then I facilitate workshops too. So if I had to invent it for you, I will or would. But thank you for your love, your prayers, all the time, even my birthday wishes of being 59 and all of this. I'm just very, very blessed, and I thank God for everything. To God be the total glory. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, but please take care of your body. Please get your checkups. Please go to the doctor. If you're into health or herbs, whatever you're into, and it's blessing you, use what bless you, but don't lose anything that hurt you. Because sometimes those things can hurt you, and sometimes they're just so excellent for you. I've been good with medicines, cured me and helped me, and I've had medicines that really almost killed me and I almost died. I had herbs and stuff that helped me and was always good. I never had much problem with herbs, but when I got my transplant, I either have to ask permission or wash it, because it messes with the medication that gets the kidney to stop. So even though herbs is good, that's not good in that case or that part. You know what I mean? Because it's all natural. You think all natural, oh, it'll be all right. But I didn't know that. So, you study, you learn, you don't want it to be case and error. Not me. I want Hannah to work forever. You know what I'm saying? So I am going on my 6th year with Hannah, June 29th. So I love you guys. Y'all stay strong. Thank you for hearing me out, listening to me. Use those numbers. Use that for you or use it for your family. And no matter what borough you live in, they will get you to the food and stuff to you no matter where you at or how much money you make. It has nothing to do with that, but it has things to do with illness, things with being by yourself, can't get out or whatever it is. All right, maybe it's temporary you by yourself. I usually can get out and do things for myself. But since I was quarantined, you ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So God bless you all. A billion blessings. This is your girl, Lisa Baxter. Filming it in my home. I like that. I hope it's enough light. I got light in two places. It doesn't look like that much. But I am grateful and I love my place. And y'all just be grateful where you at because you're going to go far and you can be able to laugh at some of the things and learn from some of the things that happened to you in your past. All right. So look forward to the future. Look forward to great and wonderful things because God got you. He got us. All right. Peace. V for victory. Your girl, give me the 411 and everything. Any and everything. Any knowledge that I obtain, you're going to get the 411 on it. And we can talk about stuff too and discuss stuff. All right? And thank you. Goodbye. Shondo. Feeling good, feeling better. Glory. Go, go, shake.